toute l'entreprise de Léopold II repose sur une profonde contradiction. D'un côté, il veut réaliser ce rêve merveilleux qu'il a fait, ouvrir le corps du continent africain au commerce, amener les Africains au christianisme, imprimer au Congo les marques du progrès de la civilisation. Mais sur le terrain, c'est le contraire. Partout, c'est la terreur qui règne, l'appât du gain. Partout, c'est la chasse à l'homme. Pour les Africains, c'est certainement la nuit la plus noire. Le rêve s'est transformé en cauchemar.
The conquest of the earth, which mostly means the taking it away from those who have a different complexion or slightly flatter noses than ourselves, is not a pretty thing when you look into it too much.
In 1890, on a visit to the Congo, an African-American, George Washington Williams, was so appalled at what he witnessed there that he compiled a report and sent it to the American government.
2 Belgian army officers saw from the deck of their steamer a native canoe some distance away. The officers made a wager of £5 that they could hit the native with their rifles. 3 shots were fired. The native fell dead, pierced through the head, and the trade canoe was transformed into a funeral barge and floated down the river.
Williams died in England on his way back to America, but his report survived. It was the first published criticism of the King's new state.
Williams écrit au secrétaire d'État américain et décrit de manière parfaite les conditions de vie des Africains au Congo et utilise l'expression « Léopold II est responsable de beaucoup de crimes contre l'humanité ».
But despite Leopold's armed soldiers and his labor camp methods, the Congo was not paying its way, and it was crippling Leopold's finances. As the months went by, the king was getting increasingly desperate. What saved Leopold was the demand for cars and bicycles. When John Dunlop, an obscure Scottish vet, invented the first pneumatic tire, suddenly there was a huge market for rubber, and the Congo had rubber.
Een mirakeloplossing is uit de lucht gevallen als in 1893 men begonnen is met de rubberoogst. Hij kon dat niet voorspellen dat er daar rubber was en in zo'n grote mate en dat die rubber ook enorme prijzen ging halen op de wereldmarkt. Dat kon hij niet voorspellen.
In the years to come, there will be competition from rubber plantations in Asia and South America, but for now, the king had the market all to himself. The more rubber he could get to Europe before the new plantations came on stream, the greater the killing.
Leopold combined the mind of a businessman and entrepreneur on one side and the mind of political megalomaniac on the other side. The two are very much linked together. Certainly, at that time, the second half of the 19th century, there's a clear link between economic power and political power. If you wanted to mean something, you had to have a lot of money, and that's what he intended to do with the Congo.
For Leopold, transforming his new assets into cash simply meant ratcheting up the level of force. Villages in the rubber areas were set heavy targets and punished violently for refusal or failure to deliver. The reign of terror had begun.
Avril 1895. 6 indigènes tués. Village livré aux flammes. Déjeuner puis retour. 17 avril 1895. Parti avec 80 hommes pour Baouro. Une quinzaine de personnes tuées. 25 avril. Arrivée à Iteke. Brûler le village ainsi que Yambi. Milongo, brûler le village et tuer un indigène. Arrivé à Bakolo à 16h, brûlé. Arrivé à Yabumba à 11h40, je fais brûler le village. Arrivé à Likombe à 3h, tout à coup nous sommes attaqués. 2 soldats sont tués à côté de moi. Après quelques instants d'une fusillade bien nourrie, les indigènes prennent la fuite en laissant 13 des leurs sur le terrain. Je fais mettre le feu aux cases. Je me dirige ensuite sur Yamapete. Je fais incendier le village. Après un bon déjeuner, nous rentrons en triomphe à Bazoko, avec nos sanglants trophées. 10 juin, nous trouvons Yambissi. Nous envoyons plusieurs groupes de soldats battre la plaine. Ils reviennent quelques heures après avec 11 têtes et 9 prisonniers. 22 juin. On nous amène 3 prisonniers dans la matinée. 3 autres vers le soir et 3 têtes sont apportées. Un homme de Bomané parcourant la forêt en appelant un grand cri sa femme et son enfant égarés reçoit une balle d'une de nos sentinelles. On nous apporte sa tête. Jamais j'ai vu une telle expression de désespoir, d'effarement. Nous faisons incendier Yambissi.
Ik denk dat inderdaad Leopold II morele verantwoordelijkheid draagt voor wat binnen het systeem waar hij achter stond en dat hij heeft georganiseerd, ja, dat hij daar de morele verantwoordelijkheid voor draagt, natuurlijk. Dat is duidelijk.
As the death toll rose in the Congo, Leopold was busy consolidating his reputation as a philanthropist and humanitarian. The king was facing opposition from what were known at that time as Arab slavers, who still controlled a large part of his Congo. Defeating the Arabs was heralded as freeing the Congo from slavery, but in reality Leopold was getting rid of his competitors. The Royal Army Museum in Brussels represents the Arab campaign as a proud moment in Belgian history. Leopold built this museum too. Leopold also made sure that Belgian deaths in the campaign were not wasted. Combat fatalities were recreated as patriotic martyrs. Congolese deaths in the king's race for rubber were completely ignored.
King Leopold certainly did not deliberately go into sort of murder or whatever. King Leopold was part of a regime and part of an economic sort of system that basically considered that part of the work as his private property and that he could rule as he wished. And King Leopold also, he was a man of vision. You can strongly disagree with his vision, but he did have a vision. And Congo, of course, whether you want it or not, but has meant a lot to the Belgian economy. So, for Belgium, there has been huge benefits to the involvement in Central Africa.
In Leopold's time, the main witnesses to the atrocities were the missionaries. Living in the rubber districts meant it was impossible for them not to see what was going on.
On December the 23rd, 1893, the state sent down some canoes under cover of night to the town of Ikengo. The people were quietly sleeping in their beds when they heard a shot fired and ran out to see what was the matter.